Howdy Crystal Conclave, it's NESHY. Now, I get asked this question all the time. NESHY, there's so many Crystal Beast combos, how do I know which ones are the best ones to do? Well, you're in luck. Today's your day because you're going to learn the most important Crystal Beast combos right now. So let's just get straight into it. Now, the first combo you're going to actually open Sapphire... Oh, one sec. I'm getting a little bit ahead of myself. I'm going to actually use some zones so that you guys can see. Real quick here. Yeah. This way it'd be a lot easier for you guys to see the zones. So, first things first, we're going to put our deck in the deck zone and our extra deck in the fusion deck zone. And we're going to open our Sapphire Pegasus and our Crystal Promise. Now this is a 2-card combo. It's immune to Ash and Droll, so pretty good. These 2 cards are also searchable, so it's very consistent. We're going to start by normal summoning this Sapphire Pegasus, and we're going to use its effect to grab not 1, but 2 Sapphire Pegasuses, because what's better than 1? 2. Now, column placement is important here because we want to play around Mech Knights, but we also don't want to put it into this zone because that spells an L shape, and as Crystal Beast players, we're not losers, we're just bad. So we're just going to put our Sapphire Pegasus in this left column here, and you actually trigger this bonus effect where it looks at you as a duelist, so that's cool. You get to create a nice little bond with your beasts. So we're going to, at this point, promise this Pegasus, because I promised it one day it would become a real Pegasus and not just a crystal. And you're going to actually trigger Sapphire Pegasus's effect again and grab what's better than 2 Crystal Beast Sapphire Pegasuses is an Emerald Tortoise. Oh, whoops. I actually put it in the L column there. Little joke I like to do. Sometimes I like to fake putting it in there, but we can do a lot right here. We can actually do some Halki Fibrax combos, but we actually want to respect the daddy of all Crystal Beasts, Nibiru. So we're going to go ahead and fuse these together for a number 41 Bagooska the Terribly Tired Tapir. And by doing this, you're actually playing a stun deck, and no one likes playing against stun, so your opponent's most likely just going to scoop from here. And this way you can take some really easy games just from this really simple 2-card combo. Let's get into the next one. Now I know that first combo was pretty unbeatable, but let me show you another combo that, what if you only open this one Sapphire Pegasus and say your opponent rips the other card out of your hand with Levianeer, specifically the Crystal Promise. So you're just stuck with one card. How in the world are you going to do an unbeatable combo with just one Sapphire Pegasus? Well, this one's a little bit tricky, requires a lot of skill, but I'm going to show you just how to do it. You're talking to the Crystal Master here. I'm going to show you what to do if you do this. So you're going to use Sapphire Pegasus's effect, and this is where the hard part comes in. You're actually going to legalize Zenith in the TCG, and this way you can actually make this go off. You're going to use Zenith's effect. He banishes himself to special summon a Sapphire Pegasus from our deck and add an Ultimate Crystal God monster to our hand. Now, we're going to use this Sapphire Pegasus's effect even though it was negated, and this could bait our opponent into using an Infinite Impermanence or an Effect Veiler. So if they do that, then you're just ripping a card out of their hand. You know, they did it to you, you're going to do it to them. And once your opponent does that, you're going to overlay into Bagooska the Terribly Tired Tapir. Not overlay, sorry, what am I saying? Fuse. I don't know what overlay meant, but you're going to fuse for Bagooska the Terribly Tired Tapir, and you just turned one card into 2 cards, so it's almost like you still have that first combo. Now let me show you the final combo. Now sometimes you're going to have an opponent that isn't going to scoop to Bagooska, and that's okay. That means they're a dedicated player, but that means you're going to have to put in a little extra work to win those games. So we're going to use Crystal Bond and Crystal Promise for this. Again, both are searchable, so it's not bad. We're going to activate Crystal Bond, adding the Sapphire Pegasus to our hand, and crystallizing the Zenith. Again, this is a tricky part because we actually have to legalize Zenith for the TCG in order to make this combo work. But you're talking to the Crystal Master here. You know, I'm doing this combo tutorial to show you guys how to do this. And we're going to actually use Zenith's effect, he banishes himself to special summon a Sapphire Pegasus from our deck. And then we're going to use Sapphire Pegasus's effect to rip an Infinite Impermanence or Effect Veiler from our opponent's hand. And we're going to next summon our other Sapphire Pegasus. And then this one actually does use his effect. So by using this one first, you're protecting this one essentially from hand traps, which is really neat because this is going to prompt your opponent on EDO Pro, anything like that. Oh, I forgot to add the Ultimate Crystal God to my hand. This is going to really freak our opponent out, right? And we're going to put an Emerald Tortoise in our back row. The position right here is tricky, but I opt to go for this one because this shows our opponent is a loser and we're going to lose this one. So we're going to fuse. We're going to fusion summon fusion monster right here for number 41, Baguska the Terribly Tired Tapir. And we're going to Crystal Promise out this Emerald Tortoise, and he's just going to switch to defense because that's what Baguska does best. And right here we have our win condition. We have Baguska and Emerald Tortoise. Our opponent's going to pass because even though they're so headstrong and stubborn about not scooping, they're not going to be able to do anything in the face of a Baguska and an Emerald Tortoise looking like he wants to die. And on our next turn, we're going to flip our Baguska to attack mode and our Emerald Tortoise to attack mode. And we can attack with both of them, and then in the main phase 2, we're going to use Emerald Tortoise's effect to switch Baguska to defense mode. And then that makes Emerald Tortoise switch to defense mode. So after he uses his Emerald Cutter, we're able to sit on this loop in an infinite lock, and this is basically an FTK that lasts for 6 turns. So that's pretty good. You don't see FTKs that go on for the 6th turn. So I don't know about you, but that sounds like a good combo to me. So I hope you guys learned a lot from this and really understood how powerful Crystal Beasts are. You know, when Zenith really does come, it's over for everyone. On a serious note, appreciate you, Mark L. in the Crystal Beast group. Shout outs to him for sending this to me and this awesome Jesse token. And finally, if you want to purchase any of these cards, make sure to go down to the draw phase link in my description. You get to support the channel and buy cards at the lowest price. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you in the next one.
I would argue he's advanced Crystal Beast more than anyone else has ever done in the history of Yu-Gi-Oh!